here we are, still in Russel, Manitoba. I took a day off, well, in the game, to let my driver rest up and to wait for some nice jobs to appear on the load board. And I like the one that's here. I'll show you what we got. Here we are in Russel. And we'll take this one that's a little lighter than my heavy haul. It's from Russel, Manitoba to Iroquois Falls, Ontario. Iroquois Falls is a pulp and paper place up north. Hearst will be going the northern route of the Trans-Canada Highway. Nipigon, where I believe the bridge went out a few years ago, blocking off eastern and western Canada. Starting off in Russel through Winnipeg, possibly not right through. The route that was down to Fort Francis and then up. I think I'm going to change it to go through Dryden, just because I lived in Dryden, and I think that's a shorter route. We'll see. So we'll pick this anyways. Set as GPS destination. Yes, we're good. We have no job, of course we have. And it's a short hop and a jump. It's 6 in the morning. Oops, wait for these cars. We also took the opportunity to take off the wide load banner and flags, because of course we don't have a wide load, and repaired the tires at the garage, which is wear and tear that happens all the time on the truck. No options that I wanted to add. I think they're pretty well where I want to be with this. This is my go-to heavy haul gutta stuff. It does stop better with no load. Still getting used to where the front is of this. Yeah, the load is a 12 metric tons. Just because I'm putting everything in kilometers and liters and metric, and I do British, or I do the Euro truck and metric. Metric ton is about, let's say I wrote it down for you, is 2,204 pounds. Long ton, the British have a long ton, which is 2,240 pounds, and the Americans have a short ton, which is 2,000 pounds. So there's tons and tons and tons. I believe this one is a small T ton. Oh, and here's our load, possibly. Anybody coming? Yes. Then maybe we'll stop and give them a bit of space. The AI is usually good. See, they go wide enough that they don't drive into the front of your car. You have to sort of cheat, because I think if we were in the cab, we can't really see what's home. We sort of can. Maybe we can see right through that crack there. And nobody's coming. I was thinking of adding music to this, but even the music that comes along with it in the radio, like a radio program you can play, even the Truckers FM and stuff like that. Nope, not copyright free. There's some copyright. There's a Twitch has some music that you can use on Twitch TV, but they mentioned specifically, in fact, that this is not necessarily covered by for YouTube. Oop, it's a little wide here. But YouTube has a link to music, because YouTube is Google, and Google Play has music. So, okay, let's pull ahead a bit. And see where we're going. Why are we not going there? What have we done here? Why did we not get the job? Did we grab the wrong oh, we didn't pick it up. Multitasking. Can't talk and drive at the same time, apparently. That was difficult. Not. Back to where are we going? Yeah, Fort Frances, Thunder Bay, 1758K, and what happens if we go up here instead? Ooh, it's a K longer. That's okay. I'll go that way, because I've been there. And I'll recognize some of the little towns as we drive along the highway. Okay, this is a 24-hour trip at least. We're here. We got gassed up and everything, so we got enough. There's a gas station here, and then there's one. We actually go through Winterpeg, called such because it's damn cold in the winter. There's gas there in Winterpeg, and then after, oh yeah, there's gas here, just over the border into Ontario. Oh, there's enough. He's put enough places that it won't be that bad. To Iroquois Falls, and then after Iroquois Falls, hopefully we can get something down, maybe either through Rwanda and Maniwaki in Quebec, or down through Ottawa, see the Parliament buildings, and then across, we'll work our way across, take easterly routes that are decent weight, and get to perhaps Yarmouth. That's new, and I think that's the newest one. Yarmouth would be nice. Good. Time to power up, hit the road, take the parking brake off, step on the gas, have a sip of wine. Because I can drink and drive. Anybody coming? I think it's a three-way stop, so the vehicle that arrived on the right, that arrives first on the right, gets the right of way. In my younger days, drinking and driving was, well, it was a judgment call. It was like, I'm sober enough to drive home, or I'm just going a short distance, or I've driven for years, or an awful lot of reasons why we did it. And then it became, I guess the cars got faster and the streets got busier, and we worried more when people started dying from it. So I've still got older friends who drink and drive. You know, I'll go to places, old places like the Carlton, places like the Carlton Tavern, which has been there for quite a while and has maybe an older clientele. Oh, there's a parking lot. There's cars in the parking lot. We're clear there. Oops, we're not clear there. What are we gonna do here? You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna stop. He's not going to stop, he is going to stop. See, everybody sort of stops. They stop in a useful manner. Yes, maybe I can swing by. Well, that was a little aggressive of me. But everybody is nice about it. No, go ahead. Where are we now? Here. Ooh, we'll just put the brakes on a bit. There we go. Buses tend to do that. I've been cut off by them sometimes too. They're just jerks. Take a picture here. I've had them in a merge lane and just sort of cut me. Oh, especially merging from the toll booths and stuff. so you have many booths coming in. And we're going east, which is left. Slow down. Oh, we've got to stop because we don't have room here. This is not... Now you see this guy, he stopped and then he kept going. We've got to make sure nobody's coming on the right of him because he's not really responsible for that. I don't know, got lucky there twice. Here it is misty again. Well, it's 6:51 in the morning. Oh, I don't have my lights on at all. At least the running lights. Headlights and high beams sort of help, but just the running lights are nice. Then you get a nice touch. It adds those lights on the trailer. See, along the side of the trailer. And these 3 lights on top, 5 lights on top. You can add more bling. Standard package, but I don't know. I don't really care. And you can buy things like there's a DLC for fancy wheel rims. Yeah, okay. But mods, how many mods are where the pimping up your truck really happens? Mine's trying to get the right thing. See, I got this dragon thing happening. Take a better picture later on. Yeah, I can swing around in front without hitting anybody. Dragon thing. Kind of hard to tell. I had a much better one before, but oh, I was gonna say I can't find it. Yes, I can't find it because it's in Euro Truck Simulator. It was a really nice dragon. A lot of contrast. What seems to be fallback Canadian landscape for this map. Shrubbery in the distance. Not really shrubbery. You've got rough grass on either side, and then a mix of needly trees and leafy trees, coniferous and deciduous. There might be spruce. Actually, the tall ones might be jack pines. Maybe they're not deciduous. No. Traffic on this. Oops, I'm going off the speed limit. Do we gotta take that? No, I don't really care. But it's 100. No, it's 100k. My speed limiter is at, I think, 104 kg, and I think you set it at miles per hour, and that's 90 miles per hour. That's a nice wine. Mostly because it was $9.95 for a bottle of Ontario Merlot. Perfectly adequate for drinking while you drive. Case time to slow down, brakes, signal. My tastes are a little fancier when I'm drinking with company. Now, what are we going to have here? We're going to have somebody who's turning right. So, no, he's not turning right. Somebody's going straight through. The problem is if you get too far up and then these guys, everybody goes slow. And then it takes everybody forever to get past. Okay, that guy, and then I got somebody there. Gotta get out of the way. Then all these guys. Somebody there. If this guy turns left. Somebody there, nobody there, nobody there. Oh! Enemy, slowed right down. I scared him. Big tractor. But somebody up in the Iroquois Falls needs it. There is farming. I mean, it's northern Ontario, so there's a lot of the farming is sticks and stones, but there's some farming up there. This is not a bad trailer. It tracks okay. Iroquois Falls, like I mentioned, big pulp and paper mills in that area. Did I need gas? No. Maybe I broke my rule out of not passing the gas station. How far is the next one? Because we've used half a tank. Get from here to here. So if there's another one, about the same distance, we're good. If need be, we can stop in Winnipeg and get it. Because we don't have a humongous long trailer, we can take a little detour there, get some gas, and then bugger off. If we don't, the next one's quite a bit away. I have no idea how far it is to Winnipeg. It'd be nice if there was some way in this map to do waypoints to click here to here. How far is this? Nope. So it says we can go. It says we go 800 kilometers. It's not that heavy a load, so we might get 800 kilometers, which is about half the trip. Well, we might get to that other place. Let's see, 800 kilometers. That's what it's. Well, 740 kilometers. 740 kilometers. So let's do a quick check here. 740 kilometers. When we get to Winnipeg, we'll see what it thinks for kilometers, how far we can go. If it thinks we can go another, we'll see where we are. There I am going too fast again. And there's the traffic. Nice if I can run a news station in the background and listen to it, but well, I could on my earphones. You guys couldn't hear it, but there certainly is no shortage of interesting news. More people coming out of the, I was going to say coming out of the woodwork to accuse various people of sexual improprieties, but coming out of the woodwork is kind of a disparaging term. Think of it as people finally having the courage to recognize that they're not going to be alone twice. One or two people come up and then, oh, there's a lot more people who don't say anything. Even the ones where there's several people who have come out and then there's enough to decide that, like, Weinstein is guilty. Cornered on. Guilty enough, but what he's done is he hasn't been proven to have done anything illegal, but enough people have spoken up to say that he's done something wrong. And enough people that, yeah, there's a pretty good chance he did something wrong. And in some cases, these people admit that, well, they did something wrong. But it wasn't really wrong because they didn't know any better, or they were drunk, or it was the social patterns at the time, or whatever. Typical, let's get this right, Lane. Typical sorry, I'm sorry, but. Just say, I'm sorry. If you need to qualify, say, I'm sorry, and I was an asshole. And now we are going to, take the exit to Winterbank. Not this one, but go under the bridge and do a loopy-loop. Not a heavy load, not a long load, so not a B train either, so not a problem. I think it gets narrower, but just in case, we'll take the middle lane, because we got room. There's not a big ramp. Usually ramps in Canada have a bit of a speed limit on them. Even just because it's a ramp and a tight turn. I think these people are going to, yes, nudge over. Even though there wasn't any road narrow sign, that pretty well happens all the time. Slower and I didn't have to pass them, which I've done. I didn't pass transports because this one, with my, instead of my previous load was, well, this is my 12-ton load. My previous one, a little piece of paper, without running off the road. But my 43-ton load. Oh, less than half. Here, a third. Do I have to go on weigh scale? No. Nice if I did, then I could weigh and find out how much. No, I wouldn't. I was going to say, I find out how much this truck and trailer for the truck weighs, but geez, this guy just sitting out there. Now this is the road to Winnipeg, and I believe in reality it's a mix of prairies and very slight. Man, there's some hills and bush. I think it's probably still the edge of the Canadian Shield, but it's not the Rockies. Now we can decide on our gas again. I think it was 7.45 before. Yeah, that got us as far as Winnipeg. How much is that is used? Because it was the same distance to that thing there. $6.02. Nah. Not a lot of it used. We can go right through. And boogie on into, oh look, Winnipeg discovered. I feel like an intrepid explorer. Isn't that exciting? I found Winnipeg. The nice thing about starting in the wee small hours in the morning is it's still, please don't pull up, thank you. 11 a.m. I think there are mods that add aggressiveness to the AI so they become slightly kamikaze in nature. Bus went by. There's a big tower over there, which may be typical for Winnipeg. They do add a bit of reality. Not sure what that was. We're out of Winnipeg. Basically, there's oh look, there's somebody's funny angle. Slow down and take a picture of that. I'll get people upset if we do that, but yeah, definitely see, Canadians are so polite. Just let you stop and take a picture from your truck. I'll just go around. Flashing light there. I don't have a beacon, I'm not sure why. I thought I'd go on. Maybe I need an option. Like a bar or something to put the beacon on. I'll check it. It looks kind of cool, although it's annoying to drive with the beacon on all day. Why are we, okay. Sometimes the traffic just gets bunched up. Well, like here, we got a couple of big trucks down the left lane. And everybody passing on the right. Do that. Same kind of shrubbery. Oh, you pulled over finally. Good. Thank you. You're welcome. This is heading south. That's perhaps the one road that goes down towards where we're not going. Let's look at the map again. Yeah, that was 12 that headed down to Fort Frances and Thunder Bay. But we're going to stay on 17 right across here until we get to, I believe it's Nipigon. And then 17 keeps going on the southern route, as they call it. And we'll go on 11, the northern route. Which I've driven. And it's trees and more trees. Oh look, another tree. The kind of route where they actually have a sign warning you how far it is. There's a big chunk of them. How far to the next anything. Gas station, restaurant. And it's not put up by like a gas station or restaurant, it's the Highway Authority in Ontario, Ministry of MTO, I think, Ministry of Transportation, Ontario. Anyways, they put us in sign up warning travelers. No, don't think that you can have lunch or get gas in another half hour, because it'll probably be an hour before you get at least. I'll have to check and see how far that is. I was floating past this guy, then I realized, no, we're doing the speed limit. Way station. I wonder if we're going to get into this way station. speed control and cruise control on this, but I've never only done it a couple of times, and it's even in my car I don't use it much. I find it's one less thing to worry about, one less thing to keep me awake. And there we are. Nobody at the way station. There was somebody, probably just pulled into rest. Check the left lane just in case we have to bail. Oh, a little more interest here. I don't think we're that's the highest version. So we'll go one before that. Gives me some detail, but keeps things as a surprise. Oh, and gas station's coming out. Good. Note to self, gas station, because we're at 470. We could probably, maybe. I drove a trip on ATS, the Euro truck one, where I did a save actually, luckily, because then I went back to where I had, excuse me, as he pulled in, I actually went back and dropped my trailer by the side of the road, because I got better mileage without it, dropped my trailer and drove like for half an hour or so, game time, to the gas station, gassed up, came back, picked up the trailer because I had tried it before and I think I got a few hundred feet from the gas station and it just died on me. It's like it was done on purpose. Nope, suddenly got it. Here we are. I believe this is Ontario Airfield. Place to stand, place to grow, and more to discover. Go to that one. And hopefully nobody starts tooting their horn. Just get E. $1.11, a little more expensive than it was in Saskatchewan, but then Ontario does not have a lot of oil fields. Now if I was going to buy a 2x4 here, well, especially a bit of spruce, surrounded as we are by cheap pine. Yes, definitely. Definitely cheaper than Saskatchewan. Check the mirrors, nobody sneaking around. Check the mirrors, still nobody sneaking around. The same kind of format for the gas stations. Somebody is trying to. Good thing I have my signals on. Someone actually is trying to pull right. Okay, bus, stop. Trees have changed. All the same kind now. Narrower. I think Dryden is just after this left turn too. So, big paper mill in Dryden, and Rod and Paper Company. I forget the real owner of it. And for years, they dumped their effluent from their process, which is full of mercury, and then they were making close for some reason just into the river, and it went flowed downstream into the Grassy Narrows Reserve and polluted all the water for the native people and caused all sorts of birth defects and problems. And an awful lot of time, if this had been, children of rich families in Boston or something, this definitely would have been a quick reaction. But no, it's just reserve people, and yeah, they got deformities, but yeah, they don't eat well, or maybe they smoke while they're breastfeeding, or who knows. They got a bad record. Bad record when it comes to treating native people. There are blacks, I guess. And now we're going to not Fort Francis. It's funny, I don't think the road actually does this. Like, I don't think the main road doesn't go. Right and left. You can just head right through. 1, 2, 3. They're gone. There's nobody else coming to the right. And I'll go to the left. Anybody coming left? 2 guys on the left. This guy's gonna turn, which means I can pull out. Please do turn. The tractor doesn't track much shorter than the other one did. PM. And no viewers so far, but I'm not a regular. There's a lot of people streaming ATS and spin tires, all sorts of games. And I don't have a regular schedule yet, and I may not, because I tend to play these games when the spirit moves me, sometimes in the morning at 10, and sometimes in the afternoon, and sometimes after supper, and sometimes 2 in the morning. Or until 2 in the morning. And I don't think I really want to commit to a schedule. Or a long time in driving, really. Hours, that's 45 minutes left. Will I split this? Oh, maybe not. I have to take a pause, although when I do a pause in the game, and I have to remember to mute my mic too, it shows up on the Twitch stream as a pause button. I need a way to figure out how to do an overlay, so I can have like a cute little thing. We'll be back shortly. We've gone for a whiz or something. See, there's a lot of turnoffs up the Sioux Lookout. Can't remember them. I remember if I saw them. A lot of turnoffs that aren't marked on this map, but it'd be nice if they had more of them, because they don't have to go anywhere. It just has to be a sign pointing off. Not even a big sign like this, just like a small green. Oh, Red Lake. Yeah. But yeah, this little sign, small road sign, green sign pointing off, saying that Dragons or whatever little town is up there. it's harder, I guess. You got to do a little bit of road. Got to match the road to this road. You got to get the sign, plunk it down. You have to. I guess you have to worry about the edge too, because now you have a little road rather than this berm with trees. So if you have a little bit of road, if you want to look, you'd have to have a chunk of road where it heads off, and then curves, and then there's trees. Well, yeah, could do a cookie cutter type thing. On the other side of the road, we just have a sign pointing left. We're getting close to Dryden. Hopefully we actually discover Dryden when we go to Dryden and we don't have to actually drive into town. Been there, lived there. Not sure what you'd call my ex, that was my girlfriend then, had gone up there on a letter of permission after graduating from textile science from Guelph to teach the high school home ec course, basically. Letter of permission because she didn't have teachers college, but they couldn't find anybody, especially somebody to go up north. See, there we go. Dryden that way. So we'll go straight through. No. But okay. That's what it said. No, soon looking it up that way. Should have been soon looking it up off the road. Anyway, she taught for a year, and I went up for half a year. The only job I got was about a month, I guess, as a crew boss for tree planters. Pulp paper, so a lot of lumbering, and part of the lumbering that they do anyways, but that they were legislated to in their own interests, renewable resource, so they plant seedlings in the bush and hire usually local women to work out in the bush. You get a bag full of trees, you got this little shovel-y type thing, and you walk through the areas where they cut the trees down and they brushed it out, but it's still, there's still some stuff there. It's not, this is not a plowed field ready to plant it. And you stomp through it, you just stomp with the shovel, make a little cut, drop the seedling in, stomp again with your foot, flatten it, that's good, carry on. They're pretty hardy. I mean, they've evolved. These are not hothouse flowers. So this is their process, and they just keep doing it, and they got paid, you know. A good wage a day, but they have to work pretty hard, and they gotta go all day planting, I don't know, I forget how many trees a good planter could do. But I was the crew boss, so my job was to hand them bundles of, well, first I had to run string out through this kind of rough ground over broken shrubbery and logs and stuff like this, and run a string back and then out again, and just do lanes off the road. So then a woman could just tick a lane so they weren't going on each other's property, and then you knew they had the coverage because they just were going back and forth through a lane, down a lane. And my job was to hand them trees and count the trees and run the lines for them. But I would get bored at just that, so I'd ended up throw a box of seedlings on my shoulder and then walk to the back, and I'd find people, and sometimes they'd be just out of, they hadn't planned right and they're almost out, and they'd really now some of them they just would have just not done that last bit, or perhaps some of them would have stashed a bunch of seedlings under a log or something. I didn't really have that in mind. I was just walking back to be nice, but I guess I stopped some of that illegal stuff. But I also helped the majority of women who were doing a good job and just appreciated, yes, thank you, thank you. I needed more. I didn't want to tromp all the way back. And thanks for coming back and saying hi and chatting with me for a few minutes and then leaving. What do we have here? Something exciting? Oh, we're not going to... Don't know. I don't know what that place is on a good day. That's not our name, I remember, from this highway. Let's see where we are in this highway. Oh, and it's going to start raining. Oh, I need to share this in case you haven't seen this. This is what happens when it rains. The windshield goes all shimmery. Weird, eh? And I keep reminding myself that I need to check if that's one of my mods. If you look online, you know, budget or whatever, 1.29 rain. Wipers don't tell. Run the wipers and go back and forth. You still got the shimmery stuff, which you would have shimmery stuff, see? That's pretty well gone. We need gas? No, we're good. I mean, it's on the wrong side of the road, so unless we're down a bit. Let's see, we're at 1,300 kilometers, and we're 900 kilometers. Well, Iroquois Falls. Oh yeah, I was going to look where we were. We are... Oh, still a chance for little towns. And then Thunder Bay and along 17. This would be nice, going alongside the Lake Superior. Perhaps they've put in the Sleeping Giant, which is a big island offshore that looks like a giant sleeping on its back, sort of. It looks more like a giant than the constellations look like Orion or Pisces or whatever. That's weird, eh? Speaking of constellations, astrology, that your future can be determined by the position where a particular planet was, or when you were born, or is now, in relation to an imaginary constellation, because the constellations are just names that people made up for particular patterns of stars in the sky. And I believe they've shifted over the ages too, slightly, so who knows? It's one of those belief things. Logic is not involved, you believe in it. Okay, you don't have to justify it to me, just believe in it. As long as it helps you in life and it doesn't hurt you or anybody else or prevent you from doing something better, like going to a doctor. Carry on. Well, even going to a doctor, you know, you believe in, if you believe prayer will cure you as opposed to a doctor and it's only you and it doesn't and you die, it's sad, but it's, oh well. If it's your child, well, no longer an oh well. I'll throw out my opinion here, but I believe that's a form of abuse. Basically withholding medical attention that you knew damn well your child needed or you should have known. Okay, ran stopped. And around the corner we find trees. Cool. A nice variety of trucks. So if you're here looking for a tour of Canada, well, this is it. Canada Dream is tour of Canada, featuring a lot of trees, as it is in real life. It gets a little more exciting once we get to Iroquois Falls. Once we start going in south in Ontario and then into Quebec and through the eastern townships, walk right through Quebec and such. A bit more fun. Speeding. Maybe we should get a ticket just to make it exciting. So our estimate, it's Tuesday evening. Our estimate is we're going to get there Wednesday evening. And our actual I keep forgetting which is which. This one. Our expected time is noon on Thursday, so we have time for another rest. I think we'll do another rest, depending where we are. Because I don't really like driving at night. Let's see where. It's 6:04. It stays bright until 10 o'clock or so, but we could still Thunder Bay, Oh, here. We could stop here after Thunder Bay. Crash, door 9 hours. Start off early in the morning and then go to the next day. We'd make it to. Yeah, we could make it as far as Hearst. Whereas, well, maybe. We'll see. Good days worth of driving ahead. That's where we crash, I guess, and when. No, that's where we would have come out from Fort Francis. This is the road to Thunder Bay. No. Ooh. Cop car. Time for a sip of wine. Ooh, lots of traffic. Okay, we don't want to fall asleep here. Get people upset. We do. There we go. Just think I'd go get a drink of wine. Okay, now everybody here has to clear. 1, 2, 3, and nobody coming. We're good. And then there's another string of. Well, even that's not bad. I mean, it's just 4 or 5 and a break. Sorry? That happens sometimes. I'm not sure why. Yeah. Oh, we're good. Don't know what that was. Sorry. ask Erica, my friend from the girl, server from the girl. One of the many servers I've known from the girl. Even my time here is 5 years in this area. We're going right through downtown something, aren't we? Casino? Probably is a casino. Stop. Not that heavy a load, so we're not really in a panic mode, but still. Yep, good. Oh, nice little church. Isn't that pretty? Oh, shopping center. Formerly known as church. I think this is Thunder Bay, but we should get a little pop-up saying welcome to Thunder Bay. Or you want to drive off the side of the road. 20-acre site. Suitable for shopping center. Thunder Bay discovered. Last chance. We're good. If you're close to a light and rolling, not sure what the rule is, but you get a buy on occasion. And we'll go under and around. Drift over a bit, because we can. Just staying off the gas, just let it slow down a bit. As I've mentioned, trailer stability is down pretty low. Just doing it for realism. I don't drive like a kid on multiplayer mode. Was taken off the governor and added 1,000 horsepower, and you see people moving along at 150, big trucks going around corners, and you know that they've got trailer stability cranked right up the top. Because normally they just spin out. But I've left stability down, and I've left the brakes down, just because I like the realism. Got a bit of mist in the distance. I'm going to have to check to see whether in fact I've got... I don't think I have a weather mod. But that weird rain on the windshield bothers me. So maybe it's a side effect of one of the mods I have that's not weather, but realistic vegetation and rain. Who knows? So anyways, here we are going across. You can bypass the way station. We always bypass way stations on the Canada map, Canada Dream. And that's too bad. I wouldn't. Hey, a couple of people have popped in. Sam. Hi, Sam. My location? Well, my location's Ottawa. Driving to? I'm going from Russell, Manitoba to Iroquois Falls, Ontario with a 12-ton tractor on it. Because that's fun. I like to heavy haul with like 30 or 40. Oh, failure to stop. I wasn't paying attention. I bypassed so many of them. So I'll get fined, $7.12. No, I'm heading off to Iroquois Falls with the tractor. But as I said, I like to do heavy hauls. I like to do the 40-ton ones, and this is a 12 metric tons, which is pretty well the same as a US ton. And this route is it's sort of exciting. I've driven this route several times myself with the car, so it's kind of exciting. Do we need gas? No. There's there's enough that you don't have to panic on this as we head by the Petro-Canada. Some areas of the map when if you're down even near half a tank, nope, get gas, get gas. I know when you're truck in I think Russian open spaces was bad for that. The other problem is if you're carrying a really heavy load, even though if you look here on it estimates that I've got 1,000 and some kilometers in that rectangle on top. But if you've got a really heavy load, then the estimate is off. And you can sometimes get half the mileage that they think. Why are we slowing down here? Because that's a bus. Usually buses move it. Snap a picture. Oh, marathon. Been there, done that, although I think marathon is the other side of the highway. Actually, it's the Transcanada. Actually, I think you can go through marathon. Maybe not. Maybe it's changed. Maybe we're on a bypass. Sort of the death knell for a lot of towns. Oh, they're putting in a bypass. So that's it for the motels and gas stations and everything. So we could be going the limit, 100k. 100k we've got. A lot of red lights up ahead. I wonder what's happening up there. Oh, this is one of the things that's happening is we're losing a lane, but luckily the AI notices usually that this is happening and lets you in, even pausing so that I look in the mirror. It's like, oh, okay, I'm being let in, I guess. I run on a highway. I don't know whether we go through Nipigon. There's two things of interest along here. Oops. Aside from hitting the wrong button. Nope, had neither. Thunder Bay didn't see the Lake Superior and the Sleeping Giant, and Nipigon did not see the bridge that actually broke for a while, and the only link between East and West Canada was broken for several days, and an awful lot of trucks sitting there till they fixed it enough. It was a new bridge, and I don't know, they made it too short or something. I don't know. It worked for a while, and then something happened. Possibly Canadian winter, and things shrunk, or a hot day and expanded, and the bridge was shut down. Then they opened it. 2 people at a time could go across, or 1 person at a time, one direction. This is an interesting change from flat, forever land with the berm on either side and trees. You still can't see anything, right? You still can't. Oops, there's still nothing, actually nothing there. But I do like this Canada Dream. Just because I've driven a lot of the roads. That and the coast to coast gives me a lot more travel in the US. So much so that I haven't really been moved to buy New Mexico yet. We're probably going to go really fast, so let's put on the retarder, which is a transmission brake. That worked. We also could have just used regular brakes on this because the model doesn't really, they didn't model losing air pressure as fast as you really should, or heating up drums as fast as you really should, and losing your brakes on a hill and having to go into the runoff and drive in gravel till your truck stopped. No. There's a physics mod by Lexi P that I used to run on Euro Truck, but he doesn't do them anymore. He's got out of the mod business, but his played with the physics in a pretty realistic manner. I guess we need lights here, eh? Sorry, and you do get tickets. It is 9:56. gonna stop for a break, weren't we? Completely forgot. There's a place. After the Nakina turn off, we'll stop there and take a break. I mean in the truck. Take a break overnight in the truck so that we're not driving at night, because that's boring. Just pause, it'll show pause on the screen. And I'll go get myself another glass of wine, because I need to keep drinking and driving. There we go, Jake brake. Just to scare the bus driver. No, they don't care. Whatever parameters they give vehicles for the AI, I think there's a little bit of sports car added to the buses, because they're sometimes hard to accelerate up a hill, but once they get going, they just dodge in and out, and they love cutting you off. See, can I pull it past people? Nope. Apparently not. Now could I? I could, although we're not. Just taking a chance here, yeah. 86, 96, come on, come on, come on. If somebody pops out, we're gonna have a hard time cutting back in. Oh, the signal, cut them off. There we go. Put our high beams on. No roof lights, unfortunately. Yeah, I could add them on. Find a mod somewhere. Bling your truck. Is this guy gonna flash at me? Yes. Although that's all they do in this game. It'd be nice if somebody added a mod to Hurst. That's where we're going. It'd be nice if somebody added a mod. You do fine you for things like not turning your lights down. So glad my wheel is working again. That was several days of annoyance fiddling with the Windows 10, the latest upgrade, Logitech G27 drivers, sorry, I can't do that. Getting it working 80%. Buttons around my console won't work, but the rest is good. Oh, and force feedback doesn't work with. I'm using the Windows driver rather than the Logitech, and that's their limitations. But hopefully it gets better in the next release of Windows and not worse. They don't drop it. My researching has shown that the Logitech driver has had Windows 10 issues for most of the year, so it's not that it's new to them. I think maybe they just have sort of thrown the specs at Windows and said, here, you do it. Though they sell an awful lot of drivers. This G27, I thought it was the controller, and I was going to buy a new one, and or a used one. The used ones are pretty well the price I paid for a new one. I bought a used one, I think it was $200. I may have bought this new for like $150 because it was discounted, because it was old stock and they were bringing out new wheels, the 920 or the G29 or whatever, the different wheels that were coming out. And so Canada Computers had this old wheel that they had on sale. And then I discovered after that this is a preferred wheel. It's got a leather covered steering wheel. Nice. The pedals are metal. Very sturdy. The shifter has not only the shifter, but it has 4 buttons in a row, and then a rocker pad above it, like a left, right, up, down pad, and then above that 4 more buttons in a diamond. So you can assign 4, 8, 12 extra functions to buttons. Things like when you're shifting, changing, splitting the range or stuff like that, which was very nice. I've lost all those buttons. So sad. So now do we need gas? No, but we're gonna pull out. We're gonna pull in, and I'm pretty sure you have to pull in the wrong way. Yep, no entry. It's okay. Oh yes, I will get gas. It does say Petro Canada. They did not have to change the name and play with it. They got licensing from Petro Canada, I guess. Why not? Which I believe is somehow owned by us in Canada. Now this is a short enough truck that I can probably pull into parking and rest without having to drop the trailer and just drive the tractor. The limitation of the game is they don't always know when the truck is completely in, especially when it's got a long trailer. How far do I have to get? Oh shit, that far. Okay, oh well, we can back up. We know how to back up. Key to rest. Here he is, morning. Oh, there's all my buddies. And it's 9:47. You don't have any choice in this, you have to rest for 9 hours. Okay, don't go away. I'm gonna pause and go get some wine.